Hello, everyone out there in viewership land. This is Gorgeous Response, and I am gorgeous. Happy June 24th out there to everyone. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I really want to pick up on part 3 and make this my last response on the sissification of the American male in American society. And I want to focus less on the dominance that is occurring with the female sex, and I want to go back to what it is that makes a male a man in American society and American culture. Like I said, I think that you're not a man biologically if you do not have testosterone. So testosterone makes men more aggressive. It makes them more bolder. It impacts their muscle. It basically does all these masculine acts of dominance to the male physique, as well as the male brain. It also does these things to women who have a higher amount than normal in testosterone. Testosterone is the power hormone, that all human beings carry. So testosterone. I also say that you need to have mental strength. You need to be mentally tough. You can't be weak-minded. You have to be determined. You have to be ambitious. You have to think that one day you could be king. All this right here is, under the column of mental strength, and you got to have that to be a man in American society, in American culture. You can't be weak-minded. And you also can't be thin-skinned. That means easily triggered by just a slight whiff of, this or that right there. That's not manliness in American society, because I'll get to other things, but understand, you cannot be easily triggered to where you just destroy things at a moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna get you locked up, or that's gonna get you killed, or that can get you in a lot of trouble in American society. And men have to know this. They have to be on point about this. Also, fortitude. You have to be courageous. You have to be strong-willed. You have to be determined. You have to set goals. You have to chase them, with your balls, and you just can't be scary. You cannot be a scary male. And you're scared of everything. You're scared of this. You're scared of flying. You're scared of driving. You're scared to, go talk to this one, or you're scared to apply for a job. You think you're gonna get rejected. You think that you're unqualified. You can't do it. Just you have to grab the bull by the horns, and you gotta go out and get what belongs to you. You set a plan, and you go out and you chase it until you accomplish it. That's it. You know, and that's it. You're just being courageous. Obviously, you're going to protect your family members, you know, in the best way that you have the ability to, obviously. Um, and, you know, the next thing that you need is you need education in this society. You can't be a dumb. You can't be a dumb. You gotta know something to get something, you know? And you gotta know somebody, you know, a lot of times to be somebody or meet somebody. You know, you got to be educated. You got to be knowledgeable on things. You got to be up to speed on stuff. You got to constantly search for more knowledge. It's an everyday process. It's a grind of gaining knowledge, of understanding new things. You know, because the world is ever changing out there today. Technology is absurd. It's absurd how everybody is in your motherfucking pardon me, I cursed. Everybody is in your business. In your own home. There's no escaping it everywhere you go. So, you know, everybody knows everything about you. So, you know, you got to be educated enough to learn how to conserve yourself, as well as, you know, put yourself in a space that is going to be conducive to what you're trying to get accomplished, by way of your goals. Whatever goals that you have set, how are you going to get those things accomplished? You got to be educated on those things. You know, so these are the things right here, and that's the thing. You know, people. And you notice I didn't say strength. Notice I did not say physical strength. Notice. What are you saying? You know, I'm physically strong. Are you saying that I'm not a man? Nah, I'm not saying that you're not a man, because you are physically strong. What I'm saying is, just because you're physically strong does not make you a man. Because what makes a man is testosterone. That's biologic. Mental strength, fortitude, education. Those are the four pillars that make a man in American culture, in American society. Strength does not make a man. Physical strength does not make a man. Because you know what? A damn tiger is pretty strong. A damn baboon, or a silverback gorilla, or an elephant, it's pretty goddamn strong. You know? You don't need to be physically strong. And because as you are physically strong, there's always something else in the world that is more physically strong than you are. There's always some being or some beast that's more physically strong than you are. You know, be it the next male, or be it a foreign animal. You know, you equate physical strength with beasts. You equate mental strength. You talk about fortitude. You talk about education. You equate those three things with manliness. So yeah, physical strength is going to build, it's about your muscle mass. Testosterone helps this. This is part of what makes the testosterone hormone so efficient in the male physique, in the male bloodstream, because testosterone facilitates in building this muscle mass. So, you know, as long as you got testosterone, that right there is going to give you physical strength. How physically strong you desire to become or be, that's entirely up to you. But guess what? If you're physically strong, so that means you got testosterone. Do you have the other three? That's the only thing that matters. Not how physically strong you are, but that you are physically strong, meaning you have testosterone, plus the other three things. And education is so for real in the 21st century. Let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, we talk about physical strength. Look at me. You know, I don't like working on cars. I don't like, climbing mountains. I don't like working on airplanes. I don't like, building skyscrapers. I don't like building big ass bridges. That ain't my dig. Not my dig. I don't dig it. I'm not that type of guy. But what makes me me, or what makes me a man, is that I have testosterone, I have mental strength, I have fortitude, I have education. That's what makes me a man. I don't need to do all that stuff. I'll pay somebody to do that stuff, or I'll get another one. And I can hear a survivalist saying now, but what if you were just placed out in the middle of nowhere? How would you survive? Listen, I am much more of a survivalist than I am what men will call, or women and men will call, a manly man. I am much more of a survivalist, and I can prove it. I won't right now, but I can prove it. So you put me out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just telling you I'm going to survive. That's it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I feel as though I need to tell you. But so I really think that the American male needs to awaken to this reality that they're being supplanted by the female sex in American society. And either they're going to just go ahead on and accept it as a foregone conclusion that they are not the dominant sex in the country anymore, and they're just going to let females, have their way and do as they please, as they, wear the crown of being the leaders of the human race in American society. Or, males are going to start manning up. I mean, what else going to happen? And, I'm predicting some things down the road that a lot of people are not on. I'm telling you, a lot of people are not on it. Like, there's a certain person who is female that will become the first female president in the United States of America. Now, granted, this half of the 21st century, we will see a female president. Make no mistake about it. It's gonna happen. Yeah. And we will see also a Latino president. Make no mistake about it. It will happen. So, big things coming in the future in terms of, the sexes and how they get along, and, how, they grow and develop and evolve together. And it's definitely going to be interesting for all of us to see.